All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Stat Daddy Podcast. My name is Zacc, your host with the most. And today we're going to be going over week one, at least week one for my fantasy football leagues, or at least the ones I can share with you at the moment. Just to prefer, just like maybe not preference, whatever. But I'm got to go into work right now. Last night I fell asleep recording this episode. The prior episode I recorded with Pequeño Poppy. It was like an hour and 30 minutes of just action-packed hilarity. Just a bunch of shit talking, a lot of like honestly, we were recapping our leagues that we're in together, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but unfortunately, the file got corrupted, so didn't end up making it up. Please forgive my pale skin. I just got out of the hot ass shower, so it's all messed up. And yes, I did shave like 2 days ago. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about some fantasy football. But yeah, so we're gonna run over 6 leagues that I'm in. I'll try to go through this really quickly because I got to go to work in like 30 minutes. And, I make poor decisions like this all the time. I just know I'm going to be way too tired to, record after work. And I kind of want to get this out before the waiver wire drops, just in case I do have enough time at the end of this video to talk about a couple waiver wire targets and some quote unquote fool's gold. That's what everybody in the industry is calling certain players that look like they have value, but don't actually. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and hop right into it. Let me go ahead and pull up the first window. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull up. I guess we'll talk about my lovely Superflex leagues. So yeah, so for week one in the LVFL, the Matthew Kane ran league, the one I do with Chazzy Kate as well, and a couple other homies. I think Cram's in it for the first time this year. Cram actually. This isn't. Was this a league? Was this the league? No, it's the other league. The other league, he went off. He had Michael Thomas the whole 9 yards. Chaz came in third for scoring. I believe Will came in second. Good on y'all. Good on y'all. But your boy 201 putting up that big old 200 bomb. So I actually broke the 200 point threshold in 4 leagues. I have a league that I do with my pops as well. On the CBS app. I don't know how to log into it or show you guys, so we're just going to go ahead and stick with the ESPN leagues and the sleeper leagues. But we did pretty well in that one. So my team is here on the left. Oh, shit. I went ahead and had Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Dillon, Cooper Kuppeth, Mike Evans, Dallas Goedert, Javonte Williams, Matt Ryan, Saints D. That didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. Actually, funny story. I know I don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. I'm actually in something called a King of the Hill. And essentially, like, you have to select the team, one team each week that you think will win. And if you get it right, you move on to the next week and you get to continue to play, but you're not allowed to use that team anymore. Well, my silly self took the Saints. And yeah, so I was going on should I call it a date? Hanging out. I was meeting up with somebody. And whenever I got to said place I was meeting up with them at, we go inside, and I already had in my head, I'm going to have to, I'm out of the King of the Hill. The Saints are getting killed by the Falcons. I walk in, 30 seconds left on the clock. Boom, Saints defense. Put on. They put on, maybe not the defense, but, the Saints themselves. Sorry, the Saints themselves. I'm really flustered. I'm trying to get this done before I got to go. But, yeah, so they ended up pulling it out, as you can see, by 1 point. But, yeah, I'm still in. There's 187 out of the 450 people still in it. And the pot only got thicker after the Monday night game. I believe 126 people selected the Broncos and 10 selected the Seattle Seahawks. And we all know how that went, right? Right there, boop, right above Javonte. Yep. Seahawks won by 1 as well. So, yep, that knocked a hell of a lot of people out. But, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just check this out real quick. See what my bench was looking like. Had Ramondre Stevenson, Elijah Moore, Kadarius Toney, all the usual suspects. Darrell Henderson. So Darrell Henderson going forward, I can see him like for at least the next couple of weeks. You can feel comfortable starting him like in your flex spot, as like a flex play. Yeah, Cam Akers. I think this guy that I went up against had Mr. Akers, didn't he? Oh no, it was a different league. Sorry, I play against so many people in so many leagues. Yeah, my boy Cam Akers, or your guys' boy Cam Akers, ain't do shit. He ain't do shit. He didn't do nothing. Yo, how do I like look at this like appropriately? Yo, ESPN, get your shit together, dog. Like, what is this ugly ass? Whatever. This sucks. Like, it's hard to even really show y'all. But yeah, Saquon Barkley looked like his old self. I've been preaching about him all off season. If you get him at the end of the first round, early second round, go ahead and do so. And yeah, it was very, very worth it because I got him in the third. In a Superflex league, it's kind of fun because like you can get a lot of good value later in the rounds. So I took like Josh Allen with my first pick. I usually don't take a quarterback with my first pick in like a Superflex. I usually do it with my second pick. But yeah, Josh Allen, when I took him, when it came back to me, Cooper Kupp was still available somehow, some way. Everybody was just hammering running backs and quarterbacks. Yeah, going back around, I took Saquon Barkley, and yeah, it worked out for me pretty well. I wish it didn't show projected points and it showed like actual. Do I have to just do this the full box score? But yeah, Josh Allen put up a 41 piece. Oh yeah, just so you know, Mr. Matt Cain fucking never fixes this and it pisses me off every fucking year. Matt, if you're listening, this is annoying. So wide receivers for some reason like receiving yards is like a whole like you have to score like 10 yards to get the 1 point. If you have 9 yards, it's 0 points. They don't count like fractional points. You know what I mean? So if Cooper Kupp were to have scored like 19 yards or got you 19 yards, you would still only have 1 point, not 1.9 points. It's a little frustrating, but that's why the scoring might look a little weird to y'all. I just wanted to preface that. But yeah, Joshua Allen putting up the 40 piece. Saquon with the 33. I don't even need to really look. I'm pretty sure I can already tell. But yeah, AJ Dillon was amazing. Like he had him and Aaron Jones honestly had like similar like snap shares, similar production. Well, maybe not even production, but opportunity. And oh my gosh, AJ Dillon ran with that production. Like he got 2 touchdowns. Should have had another one, but got stuffed up 4th and 1, which is a little sad to watch in person. Cooper Kupp, he was the only viable Ram out there this week. What else we got? Mike Evans. Mike Evans is Mike Evans. He's going to put up, at least 5 catches, at least 70 yards, and usually a touchdown. And boom, what do you know? That's exactly what he did. Moving on down to Dallas Goedert, right? Yep, Dallas Goedert. Only scored 9 points, but it's okay. I mean, they weren't really throwing the ball as much as I anticipated, or what they did. Like Jalen Hurts threw like 32 times and only connected 18 times. I don't see that completion percentage being around there for too much longer. I feel like it's going to go up eventually. But oh my gosh, Jalen Hurts rushing like I don't even know how many times, like a ridiculous amount of times. It was awesome to watch. Javonte Williams. I mean, come on, this kid is just lightning in a bottle. I was surprised he didn't get more of the shares of snaps, but I mean, Melvin Gordon is still there and is still really good. And honestly, they both fumbled, so who's to say what's going to happen going forward? Matt Ryan kind of brought it back at the end. He was rocking with 5 fantasy points for the longest time, and I was just going to accept that L. But yeah, Rashad Bateman did his thing as well. Only 2 catches, right? Only 2 catches. Yeah, see, that was a little concerning. Only getting targeted twice, or only pulling in 2 of his targets. I don't know how many times he actually got targeted. This isn't really telling me at the moment. I can't remember off the top of my head, but had a crazy long touchdown pass that kind of saved his day. Elijah Moore, honestly, right here, I want to talk about him. Roger Stevenson, he didn't really. I mean, it was a 3-way committee. We expected this going into the season. I anticipate, like I said, after the bye week or maybe even as early as week 5 or 6, Ramondre will start to get way more involved. But Damian Harris was way more involved in the passing game than anticipated, but that's not what we're talking about. Elijah Moore, he had a touchdown called back. It was like a 20-yard touchdown, but he was pushed the receiver, pushing off or whatever, contact flag, taking that shit back. So he could have had an even bigger day than just the 9-point-something points that he put up, which is a little unfortunate, but, I'm still really, really, really hoping that Elijah Moore can do work this next week. And honestly, I hope they can keep up like good production whenever Zacc Wilson comes back. Because Garrett Wilson looks pretty good as well. That's his name, right? Garrett Wilson. The usual suspects like Corey Davis and all those guys, they were looking great. But the dump offs to Michael Carter were insane. Michael Carter's looking nice. And like I said, it was probably going to be it's similar to the Darrell Henderson Cam Akers situation. I was low on Cam Akers because I just feel like it's going to be a split committee. Darrell Henderson ended up thriving. I think he scored like 18 points in this league. Oh no, 11. It's a different league with rush attempts. Don't mind me. That I'm thinking of. But yeah, as far as Darrell Henderson goes, I would be comfortable starting him in your flex next week against the Falcons. And then Michael Carter, I can't remember who they play off the top of my head, but Michael Carter, I would be starting him as well if you can't fit him in your flex spot, as long as you don't have to bench some crazy, awesome talent. But yeah. Oh, and I had Daniel Carlson as well. He put up like 9 points because why not? But yeah. So that was the first one. We're just gonna hit. Let's go ahead and move on to my next one. Okay, seriously, this is not the time to be texting me, people. I'm recording. But no, all right, let's go ahead and check this out. This next league. Share screen. Oh my god, please fucking stop. Please, please, guys, please. Please. Jesus Christ. Fuck off for now. Sorry, guys. All right, what is this one? Okay, so this league I'm fucking pissed about. Not even going to cap. This is my friend Chaz's league that he actually runs. He's the commissioner of. Chazzy Cade of the Big Bet Sports Podcast. But yeah, so this is the league I did the poorest in. With that being said, I didn't take an L this week at all. But yeah, I think I was only fifth in points scored. Let's go ahead and look at this box score real quick. Full box score. So yeah, the homie I was going up against, yeah, he had a rough time. He started Cam Akers. He had Matthew Stafford, who was kind of a bum this week. Mike Williams didn't do nada. He didn't do nothing. Oh, is this like the actual fantasy points scored? Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, sorry, I didn't even realize this on the other screen. So yeah, I also had Dak Prescott, which wasn't much better than Matt Stafford. It wasn't better than Matt Stafford at all. Kind of pissed I got auto drafted him. But yeah, I had Javonte, Antonio Gibson, Jamar Chase, DJ Moore didn't do as much as I thought he would with Baker. Robbie Anderson had that 75-yard touchdown, which I don't see as a repeatable thing from a week-to-week basis. Let's see. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey even had a little bit of a down game for being healthy. But yeah, I blame Baker. Fuck Baker Mayfield. But yeah, TJ Hawkinson, I mean, he did what a tight end normally does, like 6 to 8 points. Devontae Adams killed it, just like how Jamar did. Jamar also had 2 bad drops. He could have had an even bigger touchdown day, but it is what it is. He could have had 3, but I'll take the 1. Brandon Cooks is going to be that safety net for a long, for the rest of the season for Davis Mills. Broncos defense kind of did their thing a little bit, not really, but a little bit. Yeah, I got fucking Tyler Bass kicker, whatever. Who cares? But yeah, I had Darrell on the bencheth, Gareth Wilson, Rashad Bateman. This is the one I was pissed about. Gabriel Davis. I accidentally started DJ Moore instead of Gabriel Davis. Well, I didn't accidentally. He was originally in my lineup, but I sincerely did not touch this lineup at all. It was auto drafted. I was like, fuck it, this league is toast, whatever. I'm gonna keep it a bean and a half. I didn't even realize I had Gabe Davis on the fucking bench. I thought he was actually in my lineup. Didn't think I'd have to touch anything. I hate my running backs as well. Wish I could start 6 wide receivers, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, Gabe Davis. I think he's still going to be very touchdown dependent. I know he had a pretty good game regardless, but I don't know. He kind of makes me nervous. Like him, Isaiah McKenzie, Jamison Crowder, I feel like they're all touchdown dependent. If they don't get a tutty, then their day is not going to be as huge as like you would want it to be. Not necessarily. Rashad Bateman, I know it's week 1, and I can say the same thing about Gabe Davis, but like he makes me nervous as well. Most of his production came off a long touchdown. Anytime that happens, I'm like, all right, I'm a little concerned. Not with the production and what like the outcome, but I'm concerned like, okay, cool. Well, he only got this many targets. Like, yeah, he made the most of his opportunity, but is that going to be repeatable? The efficiency, most of the time, no. But yeah, we're just gonna move on to the next one, to the next league. So yeah, let's say, boop. Yeah, get rid of that shit. We're going to do one more ESPN league, and then I'll quickly run through the 3 sleeper leagues. Try to make this as quick as possible. Coolio. Sick nasty. So yeah, so this league, as you can see up here, it has crazy point totals. It's because it's a rush attempt league. So every time somebody rushes the ball, they get half a point. this is just like a fun league I've been doing with my pops for a long time. That one of his old chefs from his runs. So yeah, you're gonna see some crazy ass point totals, but we're just gonna go over it. Yeah, so I was squeaking out the win. I mean, it's 40-point difference, but still. Yeah, Cortland Sutton. If he would have got a tutty, 17 points, would have been way more happy. But hey, Jerry Jeudy had that long tutty, and then the Seattle defense played a little better than they were supposed to. Dameon Pierce got most of his points straight up off of just rush attempts, which sucks. Same with Ramondre Stevenson. I don't know. I would have much rather have started Darrell Henderson. Hindsight being 2020. I got Jeff Wilson on the bench. Here's my thing, right? Elijah Mitchell's going to be out for at least 6 to 8 weeks. He's going to be at the IR. Jeff Wilson isn't necessarily the most explosive running back, but when he's filled in the past, he's done more than like a serviceable job. And on top of that, like, I wouldn't go spending like my entire fab budget on him. I'd probably spend like 15%, like $15, maybe $20 in my fab if I'm really feeling frisky. I don't think there's any complete league winners this first week on the waiver wire. Maybe Jarvis Landry, if he's still somehow on your waiver wires. You go pick him up, maybe throw down $25-$30. He looked like 5 years younger with Jameis. But, yeah, Jeff Wilson, I'm not excited about him, but he should be like the lead back and get the goal line work. But with that being said, Deebo Samuel still runs a crazy amount. Even, our boy Trey Lance up here, he still rushes for a crazy amount. So I'd temper your expectations if you're going for him. So since my running back's just looking so iffy, I think I'm just going to be rocking with Jonathan Taylor. Maybe try to throw Darrell Henderson in there for the time being, or Jeff Wilson. And then I'll take Ramondre out, throw Elijah in there. But yeah, my wide receivers are so stacked. As long as T. Higgins comes back and he isn't on a snap count, it should be straight. Travis Kelce does Travis Kelce-ass things. Mike Evans, like I said before, Jonathan Taylor scored enough points to make up the deficit for most people, and Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Real quick, Jalen Hurts, how many times did you rush the ball? Like 17 fucking times? Yes, 17 times. So yeah, especially in a rush attempt league, my boy is looking nice. I was expecting him to at least throw for 1 touchdown, but it just didn't work out that way. But yeah, Lions almost came back, lost by 3 like usual. Most of the time when they lose by 3. Or half the time they lose, because they always lose. It's just by like 3 points. All right, but next we're just going to swiftly and quickly go ahead and share my screen again. Boom, 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 pew. Cool. So this is my other super flex league that I'll be showing you. I went ahead and, sorry, Melissa, put a beat down on my captain. Let's go ahead and just check this out. So I had Justin Fields and Kirk Cousins. They're both my QBs in this league. I had Davis Mills on the bench. In the beginning, I was regretting not starting Davis Mills, and I was regretting starting Fields, but he definitely turned it around. That long-ass touchdown really fucking helped, especially because this league has bonus points for like long touchdowns and, different stuff like that for crazy plays. But, so let's see. Going against Herbie. Herbie had a little bit of a down game, considering. I mean, like, I would expect him to have at least 300 yards. He's had the most 300-yard games since like 2019 or 2020 or something like that. Christian McCaffrey also had a down game, only had 14 touches. Najee Harris ended up leaving because he got a little boo-boo. Najee should be okay, though. At least that's what the Steelers camp is saying. They're saying that there's no reason to panic as of now. They're very optimistic about the injury. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know if he can hold up for the rest of the season. So maybe, what is his name? Jalen Harris. If you can pick him up off your waiver wire, I mean, I don't know how well he's going to do. He's like only 5'8", 200 pounds, but he can catch the rock, which is what Mike Tomlin's looking for. He's looking for 3-down backs most of the time. One of the only coaches in the NFL still rocking with that. Let's see. Chase Edmonds did his thing. I mean, come on. 4 catches, averaging 10 yards a catch. Carries were a little lackluster as far as the production goes, but hey, that's A-okay. Michael Pittman Jr. was a fucking boss. I mean, oh my God. He was just out here catching anything that Matt Ryan threw, and Matt Ryan wasn't looking very nice. He wasn't looking as spectacular as you would want him to look, but Michael Pittman's going to be a monster, especially if Matt Ryan starts to have a couple of vintage games. Woo! Chef kisses, for real. Let's see. yeah, Melissa just had a lot of bad luck. Like Debo fumbling, T Higgins getting hurt, David Montgomery being a bum and having to play in a fucking hurricane/monsoon. That shit was nuts. Yeah, Najee leaving the game a little early. Just yeah, it wasn't her best week, and I got extremely lucky. You know what I mean? Like out of the 5 touches Jalen Waddle had, he had a 4th and 7 long ass touchdown run, right? Like for over 40 yards. Like that shit does not happen ever. But Mike Daniels, the balls, Mike McDaniels, fucking cojones, man. Like, happy to be a Dolphins fan, man. I like the aggressiveness. I like the risks he takes. At least so far, week 1 since they've worked out. But yeah, our defense is also amazing. But yeah, I also had Justin Jefferson, Saquon Barkley. You're gonna be like, yo, how the fuck did you get Christian McCaffrey and Justin Jefferson? It's because I got my ways. They ended up falling to me, both of them. So I wanted quarterbacks, but with those guys on the board, I was like, fuck it, and that's why my quarterbacks are boo-boo ass Justin Fields. Kirk Cousins, I don't necessarily mind, but I kind of had to pay up for him. Took him a little earlier than I wanted to because I was like, I need a quarterback. Everybody else has 2 solid-ass quarterbacks for the most part. But yeah, Chargers defense did its thing as well against the Raiders. I mean, 6 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 3 picks. They're looking very, very, very nice. Glad they got the win as well. Raiders, I know I'm in Vegas. I know the Raiders are our team, but they didn't look like they deserved it. But yeah, Saquon Barkley once again, just an absolute beast. Absolute beast, looking vintage as hell. It looks like he's in pre-injury form, and hopefully stays that way. Knock on wood. But yeah, I had like 25 touches, and can't be mad at the production that he got. Let's see. Pickens on my bench, Elijah Moore on my bench, Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert was looking pretty nice with the carries that he did get. A lot of people don't like him, but I love Khalil Herbert. I think he's going to start eating into this timeshare way more than people expect, especially since David Montgomery and him, like their offensive coordinator, I believe, came from the Packers. And we see how they used A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. So, and Darrell Henderson as well on my bench. So, yeah, my team's looking dummy stacked. I don't know if I should start Chase Edmonds next week or if I should put one of these other cats in. But, yeah, we'll get to that at a different point in time. Did they send out, like, the weekly recap or something? Oh, they did. Okay. Overachiever. Ooh! Yeah, see, I played the person with that had the worst luck and I had the best luck. That just tends to happen sometimes. Let's see. Yep. Josh Allen was a beast. Saquon Barkley for me. I love it. Justin Jefferson for me. I love it. Yeah, Travis Kelce was an animal. Tristan picked with the Dolphins defense. I wanted them so bad against the Pats because they were having so many problems in the preseason. I wanted to pick them up, but it didn't work out. Ended up having the Chargers, only 3-point difference, so it's all good. Damn, he didn't start Jameis. That sucks. Damn, he didn't start Cordell. I mean, as soon as I wouldn't have started Cordell either, if I'm being honest. But as soon as Damian Williams went down, I was like, yeah, okay, it's Cordell Patty season. You know what I mean? Michael Thomas. I mean, if it wasn't for those 2 touchdowns, he would only have 10.7 points, which I'm saying only. But like, Michael Thomas is appearing to be back. But yeah, him and Jarvis are looking like animals, in a good way. Like just like fucking out there, beasting and feasting. Jameis can support 2 wide receivers, so hell yeah. Damn, that's kind of sad that our best tight end bench warmer only had 8 points. Or that just goes to show the position. And then, yeah, Melissa also did not start the Steelers D, even though she's a Steelers fan. I guess she was scared of the Bengals, but hey, it is what it is. Those 15 points wouldn't have helped her, if I'm being sincere, so it's all good. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll go over the game inches. So, yeah, yet another league where I put up over 2. And then I'm sure that I had played once again the underachiever of the week, right? Overachiever. No, Jeff was the underachiever of the week. Oh, damn, Jeff. What the fuck's going on over there, buddy? Oh, it tells you everything. Oh, that's what's up. Aha, aha. 97 for every possible lineup. Okay, cool. Whatever. Fuck it. Now, I haven't seen most of this shit, so I'm like, whatever. These bitches love Bosa. That's mad funny. Gotta give that a like now. Sorry. Yeah, I had my team overachieved to the full extent. Jalen Hurts did his thing. A.J. Dillon, I mean, I'm very confident in him this season, but if he doesn't get like that touchdown, it would have been definitely a weaker day, obviously. But I don't know. But if he would have gotten that other touchdown, would have been an even better day. It would have been like 26, 27 points. But he, like I said, got stuffed on fourth and one. Kareem Hunt, I don't see him scoring 2 touchdowns very often this season. But hey, with Jacoby Brissett leading the offense, they're going to really lean on Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb didn't even have a touchdown. He still put up damn near 20 fantasy points. So I feel like Nick Chubb is going to be the obvious alpha in the backfield still. My best case scenario for Kareem Hunt owners is he gets traded before the trade deadline to a team that really needs running back help with a decent offensive line, and then he should really start eating. Elijah Moore, that's my boy. Got him in every league. You're going to see him a lot. Michael Pittman, of course, I got my boy Michael Pittman, Petty City. So I have 2 tight ends that I started. I started Zach Ertz. Worked out for me, but turned out to be way more of a poor decision than I thought. I was like, okay, cool. As long as he starts the game, I'm going to throw him in there no matter what. He was the only tight end to make a catch for Arizona, so that was a plus. But unfortunately, it wasn't the amount of targets I would have liked to see. But, Arizona kind of was in the shitter most of the game. Still scored a tutty. Still got a 2-point conversion. Those are the 2 catches that he made, so he made the most of his work. Mike Evans, as we've seen on plenty of my team so far, him, Michael Pittman, Elijah Moore, those are like A.J. Dillon, those are like my most drafted guys. Justin Jefferson once again because I didn't want to miss another opportunity to get J Jetta. I mean, he ate. He fucking ate against the supposedly revamped and amazing, hyped up Packers defense. Didn't look like it. Didn't look like it with how Justin Jefferson was throwing him around. Darren Waller did pretty good considering how abysmal the offense looked. Derek Carr just does not look like he can support more than one weapon at a time. I mean, especially in that division where he has such like a weak O-line compared to how good the pass rushers are that he's going to be playing constantly. Derek Carr is going to be living in fear. He's going to be running. He's going to be living on the ground. Dolphins defense start. Kirk Cousins, yep, my boy. Who would have been my perfect? Oh, if I would have taken probably like Elijah Moore out and put in who was it? Yeah, one of these guys, Michael Carter. Yep, Michael Carter, my boy. I don't know if he's going to catch 7 passes a game, but if he can catch at least 5 and get at least 10 carries every game, I'm comfortable. Like I said, starting with my flex. I like to subscribe to the 12 to 13 touch threshold. If a running back's getting that amount of touches, I'm cool with starting them like on a consistent basis. Isaiah Pacheco, I mean, he did fumble once, but he was looking like the better back. I know Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 2 touchdowns, maybe even 3 touchdowns. I can't remember, but I'm still nervous about him. So if you guys have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I would sell now. Sell Clyde now. Which are you going to regret it? Potentially, but could you get something nice in return for him that puts you at ease a little more? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to end up dropping Marvin Jones or Paris Campbell. I'm having fun so far in this league. This is my for funzy league, so maybe I'll pick up another defense or something so I can hold on to the Dolphins. But yeah. Oh, or if Curtis Samuel's out there on the waiver wire, I mean, the guy looked like Deebo Samuel light. I'd recommend trying to pick him up as well. And we're going to go down to one more. Matchup week 2. Yeah, I barely squeaked this one out against Art. Shouts out to Art for commissioning this league. Yeah, Big Poppy. See, I don't have it. I didn't really get any of the guys I really liked in this league, but hey, it's A-okay. I think I was only like 2nd or 3rd in scoring this league as well, which kind of sucks. Yeah, this one was weird. The waiver wire, for some reason, I know Art didn't change anything, but like for some reason, the waivers cleared Monday night at midnight rather than on Wednesday and like 1 in the morning, which is a little frustrating for most people. But hey, pay attention. But nah, did I even pick anybody new up? Nah, I don't think I even fucking did I? Nah, yeah. I don't know. I also didn't want to spend all my shit on my fab and all that. Bro, okay, I get. All right. Yeah, Saints D, whatever. Cortland Sutton, like I said, I got him in a bunch of leagues. Dalvin Cook. It's hard for Dalvin Cook to score a lot of touchdowns when Justin Jefferson's running a muck on the defense, just getting whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah, Justin Jefferson was literally scoring from at least like 30 yards out. So, Dalvin Cook didn't get a chance to get close enough for them to really give him the rock in the red zone. Like I said, AJ Dillon once again. If he would have wouldn't have got stuffed on 4th and 1, they would have been even better. Even without the touchdown, his production is still really nice. I got to look to another tight end possibly. Stephon Diggs fucking looked amazing out there with Josh Allen. I just really wanted the stack. That's why I think I pulled way too early for Josh Allen in this league. I think I got him in like the 3rd round. The only reason why I did was I just wanted Josh Allen on my team. That's straight up what it was. I didn't get him in any other league, and I really wanted to stack him with Stephon Diggs really badly. So, I ended up getting Stephon. Was like, fuck yeah, I'm going for Allen. Dameon Pierce looked like he's going to take a little longer to get acclimated to the NFL. Thank goodness I got Michael Carter on my bench. I could just slot in instead. Chris Godwin ended up leaving the game early, but was producing at a nice rate. Hopefully he comes back and does pretty well. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So those are the leagues I have to talk about for y'all this week. All right, hitting that 31-minute mark, and I got to go to work. But yeah, I'm so happy fantasy football is back and in full swing. Maybe if I get back from work tonight and I'm not too tired, I'll give like my top 5 waiver wire targets and then like 5 guys to let your idiot league mates draft or something stupid like that. But yeah. So appreciate y'all for sticking around for a quick episode of the Stat Daddy Podcast where we recapped my week 1. Yeah, let me guys know in the comments if there's any topics you want me to cover, or if I should start doing like a live stream maybe on certain days of the week where I can answer your questions and maybe your start sits or who you should pick up from the waivers and different stuff like that. But anyways, hope y'all have a great day, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I really, really appreciate the support my channel's been getting. I'm only like 6-7 videos back, and it's going way better than I even thought. So I really appreciate y'all out there rocking with me. But yeah, until next time, be easy, guys. Peace.